What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG Pocket video. So with the new cards right around the corner, I realized I never made a video on a Scolipede deck. So I wanted to do that before this mythical island meta is over. I built this deck specifically to counter Mewtwo decks because Mewtwo is the most popular deck in the meta right now, according to play.limitlesstcg.com. So at least in tournament play, Mewtwo decks are the most popular, and dark types are automatically going to be favored into that matchup since psychic types are weak to darkness types. So let's talk about Scolipede real quick. It's a stage 2 evolution Pokemon with 140 HP, dark type. It does Venoshock for 2 energy, 70 damage. But if your opponent's active Pokemon is poison, this attack does 50 more damage. So that's going to be 120 damage if your opponent's active Pokemon is poison. Now, this can also one-shot Mewtwo EX because, again, remember, Mewtwo is actually weak to Dark-type Pokemon. So this is going to hit for 140 if Mewtwo is poisoned, and then if Mewtwo is poisoned, he's going to take 10 damage at the end of the turn, so 140 plus 10 equals 150. So essentially, the bread and butter of this combo is you just want to start off with your coughing into wheezing. Well, you can start off with Venipede into Whirlipede as well. This deck actually prefers to go first, since coughing into wheezing, you can evolve first and start attacking for 1 energy. Same thing, if you start off with Venipede going first, you can evolve into Whirlipede, attack for 1 energy, and then also poison your opponent's Pokemon. So going first is actually preferred with this deck, but the main combo here of the deck is to poison your opponent's Pokemon with Wheezing, and then you want to go ahead and pull the Wheezing back to your hand with Koga, and then you want to put in the Scolipede to do some heavy damage to them. So that's kind of the main combo of the deck here, running 2 of the Wheezing lines, 2 of the Scolipede lines, and then I got a couple of one-ofs here. So we got a single copy of this Salandit. So Salandit, although it is a fire-type Pokemon, it attacks for colorless energy. So we're only running dark type energy in this deck. It does 10 damage, but the text reads, if your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, this attack does 40 more damage. So essentially, if your opponent's active Pokemon's poisoned, this is doing 50 damage. This is also going to work really well in combination with the Wheezing, because you can use Wheezing's ability to poison your opponent's Pokemon, pull it back to hand with Koga again, and then put in the Salandit to do a heavy 50 damage. So I really like having this Salandit as a one-of in this deck. And then I'm running a 1 copy of Mew. Even though I'm not running psychic type energy in this deck, just dark energy, the genome hacking is just so good that sometimes it can come in clutch. Sometimes you don't find all your evolution lines for your Scolipede or your Wheezing. So Mew EX is also really good in the Mewtwo matchup because genome hacking can copy Mewtwo EX's ability, and one-shot Mewtwo EX is also going to be good against things like Charizard as well. So just an overall good card, has a lot of HP, can serve as a tank as well, right? So that's it for the Pokemon. This deck is a little bit heavier on the Pokemon. It has 12 Pokemon total. Usually I like to build my decks with like 10 or less Pokemon, but I think every Pokemon, does justify a spot in this deck. I like having the 2 Scolipede lines, the 2 Wheezing lines, and then the 1 of Salandit, 1 of Mew EX. So I think every Pokemon in this deck is justified. So we are also running double X speed. I'm not running Leaf here since we are running the Kogas to pull back the Wheezing. You could try Leaf in here as well, but I like having the X speed just because it's an item card and we can use a supporter and in the same turn as an item if we need to. And then of course we got 2 Pokeballs and 2 Professor's Research. So that's it. That is the deck. I will say this deck will struggle against fighting type decks since your dark type Pokemon are going to be weak against fighting Pokemon. But hopefully you just don't run into any fighting decks. I mean, they're still pretty prevalent in the meta, but there's also a lot of psychic type decks out there. Again, specifically Mewtwo EX. So this deck is specifically targeted to counter Mewtwo EX. So that's it. The link to this deck will be down in the description below. I might try and take this to a tournament, see how I can do with it. And with that being said, let's just go ahead and hop into some games. All right, let's see. We're going second here. It's a water deck, so Salandit might not be too good here since it's weak to water. Let's start off... I guess we can start off with either Venipede or Coughing. I'll start off with a Coughing just because it has a little bit more HP than the Venipede. It has 70 HP instead of 60. And what do we got here? We got an Articuno and an Eevee. Okay, so it's a Vaporeon deck. Okay, Magikarp. Okay, interesting. So it's a Gyarados, Articuno, Vaporeon deck. We do have 2 research in hand, which is very nice. Let's go ahead and play one of those. We get a Whirlipede. Yeah, I guess we'll just attack with Coughing for now. And then if we get the Wheezing, we can evolve into Wheezing. If not, I can retreat this with X speed, evolve Venipede into Whirlipede, and then start putting poison on them. Oh, it's a basic Gyarados. Okay, interesting. Hey, I respect it. Something different, man. All right, first things first, before I do anything, I'm going to draw some cards just to see what we get here. We get a Koga and a Scolipede. Okay, nice. So we got essentially the entire Scolipede line here. So I'm going to go ahead, X speed Coughing out of here. And we will retreat. Put Whirlipede in. And then next turn, we're already cooking with Scolipede, man. I think I was kind of sleeping on this card a little bit. Like, I don't think it's amazing. Like, oh my gosh, like, this card is so good, right? But it's pretty good. A stage 2 attacking for 2 energy for potentially 120 damage is pretty nuts. I'm interested to see what other dark type Pokemon we get in this next expansion, since dark types are pretty underwhelming right now in the current meta. Like, water has so many Pokemon right now, right? Like, water has a huge variety, and then like dragon, metal, and dark all like barely have any Pokemons in them. So Articuno is gonna hit me with the Ice Wing. Oof, do they know? Do they know that I have the Scolipede? The Scolipede comes in, another energy, and we're dealing 120, man. That is nuts. That's 2 points right off the bat. I'm wondering if maybe I should have put in this second Venipede. I like to leave one spot open for my Mew in case I want Mew, but it might have been better to just put the Venipede. If I top deck the Whirlipede, I can evolve it. Okay, so now they're just using this Articuno as a wall and putting energy on the Gyarados. And we got another Coughing here. Yeah, I'll just put in this Venipede. I'll put an energy on Venipede in the back. And this Articuno, we don't have any way to poison right now, unfortunately, but we can still attack for 70. It'll still take out this Articuno in 2 hits unless he has potions. Okay, so he does use 1 potion, so they're going to go 90 HP. They're going to Sabrina. What do we want to put in? It's either Venipede or Coughing. Let's put in the Coughing. I feel like we're due to top deck a Wheezing, right? If we top deck Wheezing, we basically win the game. We can poison plus Koga, then attack with Scolipede. So, yeah, if we top deck a Wheezing, we basically win. So they're going to hit my Coughing for a measly 40 damage. No Wheezing. Okay, no Wheezing, so they get to survive another turn. I do get the Mew, but it's already pretty late to use this Mew. So I'm going to go ahead and X speed. And I'm just going to keep attacking with Scolipede here. We'll put the energy on Venipede. And yep, just keep on attacking with Scolipede here. Oh, here comes the Misty. If they get it on the Gyarados, right? Well, they can move the energy around with Vaporeon. Oh, they get Tails anyways. Yeah, it's pretty much GG, I think, at this point. They got to retreat the Articuno, but yeah, I think it's GG. Oh, they just energy attack with Blizzard. Okay, they just accepted defeat at this point. All right, I accept your concede. We'll just go ahead, put them out of their misery. We don't gotta We don't gotta attach any energy or play any cards. We just put them out of out of their misery here. And all right, that's a good dub under our belt here. Another game up where we're going second against a lightning type deck. Oh man, what do we want to do? We got Mew and we got Venipede. I think I'll start off with the Venipede because I do have Scolipede in hand. So if we can draw into the Whirlipede, we get everything on curve. That will work out very nicely for us. Oh gosh, it's a Dragonite deck. Oh my gosh, dude, my arch nemesis. I swear, Dragonite decks always kick my ass, man. Okay, so they do have a Druddigon, but they didn't start off with the Druddigon in the active spot, which is good for us. I don't have any Sabrinas, so I don't have a way to get around the Druddigon, essentially. So we'll just, yep, just Energy Venipede. Attack for 20 here. And we're looking for the Whirlipede. Stage 1 evolution, and then looking for a Coughing as well. Okay, they do have the Dragonair. Are they going to retreat the Dragonair, though? They kind of have to. If not, I'm just going to keep beating up on it with my Pokemon here. Okay, so they put an energy on Dragonair, and they retreat it. Ooh, that's kind of rough, though. Not having an X speed, they have to use an energy to retreat. That is kind of rough. So we'll research. Hopefully we get a Whirlipede, Venipede, Scolipede. Oh my gosh, so we got two Venipedes here. Should I put the second one down? I don't know if I should. I do have 2 Scolipedes. I guess we'll put the second one down. I'll start putting energy on the Mew EX. And we don't necessarily need to attack with this Venipede right now, right? I'm just going to take 20 damage, so yeah, we don't necessarily need to attack. Okay, so they do have the Dragonite, but they only have 1 energy on it, so it's gonna be a little while until it gets cooking. Oh man, my hand kind of sucks right now. Okay, so here's the plan. We will attack for 20 because what we can do the following turn is we can retreat this Venipede, and then I can use Mew's genome hacking to copy the Dragon Claw and KO the Druddigon. So that is the plan now. And yeah, I guess they kind of have a bad hand too, I guess, huh? So what we'll do, I do get the Whirlipede, but now it's already kind of too late. So we'll stick to the plan here. We'll X speed, put in the Mew. I'm still gonna evolve into Whirlipede though. We'll evolve the one that has the energy on it. Put energy on Mew, and then yep, now we can genome hacking and copy the Dragon Claw. So fortunately for us, their Dragonite is just slowly coming together. Oh, they kept it in. Yo, if they put it in, I'm just gonna copy it with the genome hacking, dude. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Okay, so they put energy on the Dragonite, and then they're just gonna leave it in. They're just gonna leave it in. That's not. No, don't do that. Don't do that. They're gonna red card me. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even matter at this point. Max, what are you doing, Max? You don't know what you're doing, bruh. Okay, they did something. They Sabrina'd me, but again, it doesn't even really matter. I have X speed anyways, so I can just retreat this. Genome hacking. Oh, Max, what are you doing, my man? We'll do this. Oh, I forgot this does have a retreat cost of 1, actually. Or 2. Oh, that's actually a slight misplay on my part. My bad. I can still retreat it with the X speed, but I should have put in the Venipede. So that's a slight misplay on my part. I essentially lost an energy there. That's fine. We'll do this. Put energy on Scolipede. All right, genome hacking. Here we go. Here we go. 100. Oh my gosh. Absolutely sniped. That was nasty. Good game. Okay, this game we're going first, which is good. Again, this deck does like to go first up against a grass deck. Okay, so they got a Caterpie, huh? A Caterpie, okay. We got a Coughing, which is good as well. I'm going to do Pokeball before research since we want to find our evolved forms here. Salandit is actually good in this matchup since technically it is a fire Pokemon. It's going to be strong against grass type Pokemon. Do research, and then yeah, we can go ahead and put down Mew. So now we got basically all our Pokemon on board here. We're just looking for either a Whirlipede. I can evolve into Whirlipede, do some damage, or an X-Speed to retreat the Venipede, and then put in Weezing, deal some damage with Weezing. So yeah, Whirlipede or X-Speed is what we want right now. They're playing Bulbasaur. Okay, we got a Venusaur Gamer here. Okay, Venusaur Gamer. They're going to draw a card with the Caterpie. And what do we draw into? X-Speed. Nice. Okay, so since we got the X-Speed, we can do this. We'll evolve into Weezing. Then we will go ahead and retreat the Venipede. Put in the Weezing. And then we'll go ahead, do our Gas Leak ability to poison Caterpie. And then we'll go ahead and attack for 30 damage here. All right, we are in a pretty good spot. Now we just need to find the other evolutions for Venipede. And yeah, I think we're good. Salandit's also gonna be insanely good here. If their Pokemon is poisoned and it's grass type, this is gonna deal 70 damage, which is pretty nuts. Okay, so Caterpie's gonna die from the poison. Are they gonna put in Ivysaur or the Bulbasaur? They put in the Bulbasaur. Okay, we can actually one-shot this Bulbasaur with the Koga Salandit combo. Honestly, I think it's gonna be worth it to do that. Let's go ahead and do that. So we'll poison Bulbasaur. Then I'm gonna go ahead and Koga. We put in the Salandit. And then we're going to put the Coughing back in there. Salandit. And this is going to do a lot of damage right here. Check this out, man. Boom. 70 damage from this little boy. This little guy. I really like the full art of this Pokemon. Oh, man. That is nasty right there. We got them trapped in a corner now. They do have Venusaur EX, but yeah, they need energy. They need energy. They can't even attack yet. Venusaur does have a ton of health though, so it's gonna be a little while before I can chip it down. Let's go ahead and do research. Draw some cards. X speed is good. Whirlipede. Okay, we're looking pretty good now. We can evolve back into Weezing. Now the question here is, I do want to retreat the Salandit, but do I put in the Whirlipede or do I put in the Weezing? I think I'll put in the Weezing because I got one more Koga left in my deck. So yeah, we will retreat the Salandit, put in the Weezing, and yeah, we'll go ahead. Poison. We essentially just need the Scolipede now, and we can win the game. Okay, they got 3 energy on Venusaur, so they can use Razor Leaf. They used 1 potion. It's gonna be a lot to take down this Venusaur because we don't have a way to deal like a ton of damage except for Scolipede. I guess I could put energy on Mew for genome hacking, but it's kind of slow. 3 energy is going to take a little while to build up on the Mew there. No Koga, unfortunately. So this Weezing is actually gonna go down. But I'm gonna do an energy on Whirlipede. That way, if we do top deck Scolipede, it'll be ready to go next turn. So I think we're fine. We're still good. I mean, we got 4 cards left in our deck, so we're due to draw into Scolipede in a couple turns here, right? I mean, it's essentially a 50% chance. We got 2 Scolopedes in our deck. Out of 4 cards, it's a 50% chance. So Venusaur, go ahead and KO my Weezing, sure. Now, I'm actually going to put in the Salandit, just in case I don't top deck the Scolipede. I think that's the safer route to go. Even if this does die, it's only worth 1 prize point, so it's fine. This is just the safer play. And yep, there we go. So I didn't get the Scolipede. So we will do... I got 1 more Koga in my deck as well. So I got 3 cards in my deck. It's literally 1 Koga and 2 Scolipede. So we'll put the second Coughing. Put an energy on Whirlipede here. And yeah, we'll just attack for 70 with the Salandit, which is still pretty nuts, right? So 3 cards left in our deck. We got 2 Scolipede and 1 Koga. We just need the Scolipede. That's all we need to win this game. Oh man, and he's got the Erica. That's a lot of healing. Plus he's healing from the Giant Bloom ability. Okay, there goes my Salandit. Oh man, okay, this is it. This is it. We essentially have to draw into a Scolipede to win the game. It all comes down. Heart of the cards, baby. Come on. Ah, we got it. We got it. Let's go. We are talented with the draws. So 120 damage. Plus it takes 10 from the poison. GG. GG. Hey, they hung in there though. They hung in there as long as they could. So good on them, man. Okay, we are going up against a psychic type deck. Salandit. Oh, this is actually not a good start for us. We actually don't like starting with Salandit. He is running a Sigilyph. I wonder if it's a Mewtwo deck though, or if it's something more just like a Alakazam deck or something like that. There's a Ralts. Okay, so they're playing Gardevoir, so it probably is Mewtwo then. We'll research. Hopefully we get another Pokemon, because Salandit is not what we want to start off with. Okay, we get 2 Venipede. 2 Venipede. And we do have 2 Whirlipede as well, which is pretty good. I'm just gonna put in 1. I'm gonna leave these spots open for Weezing and Mew though. So we'll X speed Salandit out. Put in the Venipede. And again, these Pokemon are going to be weak to Darkness type. Pretty much almost all the Psychic type Pokemon except like the Fairy ones, right? Like Clefairy, Clefable, and Florges. Like those ones are going to be weak to Metal. But most of the other Psychic Pokemon are going to be weak to Dark type. But who knows, that might change in the next set, right? Metal types seem to be on the rise next set with Dialga EX, which I'm super excited for. So they go ahead, evolve into a Curlia, attack with the Sigilyph, and they got a lot of cards in their hand, so they're probably bricked up. 7 cards in their hand. They probably, I don't know, maybe looking for Mewtwo. We'll put the Mew down. We can evolve into Whirlipede, and I'm going to start putting energy on this Mew EX, just in case they are playing Mewtwo. We can use the genome hacking to copy. We'll go ahead and Whirlipede, and boom, Sigilyph. Sigilyph is gone, just like that. Okay, so it is a Mewtwo deck. It just seems like they kind of got maybe not quite the best start. I mean, it's still not bad, actually, right? Starting off with Sigilyph is not bad for them, because then they can just draw cards. They do have Curlia. They could have Gardevoir in their hand. It's, yep, there it is. There it is. Okay, so right off the bat, he's going to be dealing 50 to my Whirlipede. Oh, that's pretty annoying. We do have the Mew again for the genome hacking though, so let's put an energy on Mew. Genome hacking will be online next turn. I am gonna put in this second Venipede now because this Whirlipede is probably just dead, so we'll attack with it anyways. We can still deal 40, technically 50 with the poison. He's gonna have to retreat this Mewtwo though, because if he keeps it in, my Mew EX just comes in and clears it with the genome hacking. Yep, so they are smart. They do make the right play there, retreating it with a leaf. And okay, they got another Mewtwo EX. Oh gosh, they got double. It's double trouble. So they put that one in, but wait, hold on. Wait, no, they're not making the right move. Because now I could just genome hacking this Mewtwo. Ah, they misplayed. They threw. So yep, they're gonna take out my Whirlipede. Doesn't even matter though, because we just put in Mew EX. Well, I guess it would, if they had blue, then they could survive the genome hacking, right? But they don't have blue because they played the leaf already, so it doesn't even matter. We just do genome hacking and essentially just win the game. I don't know if they misplayed, they miscalculated. I don't know what that was there, but they definitely misplayed on their part. But this is a good showcase to show that, hey, Mew EX can win games against Mewtwo EX. Even if you don't find your entire Scolipede line, this is why I have Mew in the deck. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching. That's the deck. Again, link to the deck will be down in the description down below. And let me know what you think about this deck. Again, it's specifically targeted to counter Mewtwo decks. Let me know if there's any other type of videos you want me to do until the next set comes out. I'm not sure. Should I just keep doing just more like off meta decks? Should I keep doing more meta decks? I am still playing in some tournaments here and there. I haven't had any like really good success in any of the tournaments yet. There was one where I went like 5-1, but I don't know if it was worth like sharing my experience with. I was playing Blastoise again, but maybe if I take this deck to a tournament and do really well with it, maybe I'll make a video on that. All right, that's enough yapping from me. Let me know what you think about this deck, and thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you all. I will see you in the next one. Later.